Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Okay, what's going on?
Um, Nothing. I was kind of I was watching the baseball game and then saw some of the video from some of the really bad tornadoes that have happened over the last few days. Um, but how about you? What are you doing?
Nothing really.
I don't know if you remember a few days ago or whatever we were talking about the video you saw on YouTube about the new cars.
You mean what? The the subscription stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Um, and so I was curious and I looked some of it up and yeah, that's crazy. Like, I mean, they sort of kind of did this with, no, I was going to say they sort of kind of did it with phones, but not really. More like with games, but this is like, so you said you told me you watched I think it was called Motor Truth, the YouTube channel.
Yeah, it popped up on my feed. That's,
And
you know, that's sometimes where I get curious about things because it's like I hadn't heard about it.
well, so I looked it up and I didn't realize what they are trying to do or are doing, I guess. I mean, I guess they're already doing it um, with the cars
Well, I
because,
remember it said on the video, don't don't buy a new car. Um I don't know, something like the starting in 2026. Don't buy a car after 2026 or starting in 2026 because it's going to be basically a leased car. I think that's what they said. Even
well,
though I think you buy it, but I th- I don't think it meant that you're
well,
actually leasing the car,
what
but
I got out of it was that yes, you buy the car, but you're kind of leasing the software, sort
yeah,
of.
that is what they said.
And
It had to
so
do with the software.
I know that cars, like, I'm pretty sure my car has a like a kill switch kind of that they can use if it's stolen.
That's
Um,
what, yes, the kill switch is they were talking about the kill switch, that you don't own it because of that, because they can stop it whenever. I
right,
mean,
and they
even like even if the cops ask them to stop it or something, or
yeah,
maybe it said the cops can stop it. I can't remember now.
I'm I I forgot to ask this about if what would you call those dealerships that have the like everybody qualifies and then people end up, what do you call
Yeah,
those?
like used car
Yeah,
places.
like that's a whole other scam.
Carfax. No, not Carfax.
Not Carfax. Um,
Car Now I can't think. They always have ads for them, and I can't think what some of the names are. But yeah, they charge high interest, and the interest is, I mean, it's based on your.
yeah, so a lot of the like buy it says buy here, pay here dealerships
Yeah, that's.
have the remote called a starter interrupter or a GPS tracking device with a kill switch.
I
So if
know
you
they've
miss a
had those
payment,
for a while because I knew somebody that had one, and if you miss a payment, they shut it off.
yeah, it says they're usually hidden under the steering column and wired directly into the ignition. They typically call the consumer before offering a grace period 30 minutes to 24 hours. You have 30 minutes to make a payment or we kill your car. I mean,
Yeah,
that sounds like the mafia.
I know.
You go swim with the fishes.
That's the dead. the dead horse head in the engine.
Yeah.
How many horsepower do you have? None now.
Yeah. And then it was so when I looked up some of the stuff about the new cars, it's not just the kill switch. It's they're doing like I have a subscription in my car to XM radio.
Well, that's what I was going to say because I know that like OnStar and Sirius and all that stuff is
Yeah.
like that.
But
Um,
now they're wanting to do subscriptions for things like cruise control or like an extra performance mode where you get higher end horsepower, and it's all just done through the software. So what I was reading was that they're building it's cheaper to build all of the cars basically the same with all of the software and all of the features, and then only enable them if you pay for it. Does that
so
make sense?
all the cars are going to have the high end
Yeah, so all the cars would
stuff.
have the heated steering wheel and all of that stuff. But you only get to use it if you pay the subscription fee. Or what it was saying was that like the first like 3 to 5 years of the car it would be included, and then after that it's a subscription, or something. And then they said people then feel like they're losing something that they already had, so they're more willing to pay to continue it rather than that's why they give it to you for free for a while, so it becomes part of what you think of as the car.
Well,
And then when
yeah, it's just like free trial of it. Of
yeah,
everything has got a free trial nowadays. Whether it's a week or a month or whatever. But I that so how do you even look for a car with the features that you want and you can't price a car based on what you're looking for, if you want cruise control and if you want brakes or turn signals
yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
I mean, how are you going to know how much they're going to charge you? What
Well,
if
and
the turn
then
signal shuts off right in the middle of a turn?
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and then the features that you have that maybe are free or maybe you're paying for, they can just up the price whenever they want. So you were paying $5.99 a month for heated seats. Well, now it's $7.99 a month, and then next year it's going to be $10.99 a month, just like they've done with Netflix.
Well, wait till it gets winter time and you want the warm seats. The price will be higher in the winter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I mean, what do they call that? Dynamic pricing.
Yeah, because they were talking on another YouTube I saw about Kroger is doing the dynamic pricing, and the guy on whatever, I can't remember what YouTube channel it was. I go through so many, I
Yeah,
can't, um I just remember he mentioned Kroger's and how they it they well, he was
yeah.
complaining, but anyway, I can't remember exactly what he
Well,
said.
I don't remember what state it was. I want to say New Jersey, but I don't know if that's right. Um, Either passed a law or has a law in their state assembly to not allow grocery stores to do that. Um, Use dynamic pricing. That's what they use for the baseball games. So the higher end, when they
Oh,
play.
yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. I mean, that's what Uber does.
I mean, it used to be the only difference in price was between where you sat. Now it's where you sit and when you go.
Well, they used to base the ticket prices on that kind of, information because obviously tickets for the most interesting games are going to be higher. And
Well, I don't think it was always like that though. Like,
no, 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 it wasn't. But I mean, I would say in the last 15 years or so,
that's been that
it's
part's been
gotten
around for
worse.
a while. Now they're
Hmm.
just applying it to everything.
Right.
Um, and then another
And
thing
you
I
can't
saw,
even ask, I mean, and when I was young, and
yeah.
you could get 15 cents worth of gas. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
honestly,
You can't
you
even
could
pump
get 50
15
cents
cents of
worth of
gas.
gas. You didn't even have to, I mean, it was like I could get a dime's worth of M&Ms at JC Penney candy counter. It was like crazy.
Well, I don't really
Oh,
pay
that's all I have to say about that.
I don't really pay attention too much, like if I stop at, gas station or whatever, and, I don't pay too much attention because I don't really buy candy bars or anything anymore. Um, but I don't remember where it wasn't that long ago. Like a Snickers bar, like just a regular Snickers bar, which is significantly smaller than they used to be, even though they're in
Yeah.
the same size package. Um, I think it was like 2.49,
Mm-hmm. It
and it's
was
only like yay big, and
it
they're
was
thinner.
it was a nickel when I was a kid.
Yeah, when I was your age, I do say that to my students sometimes. When I was your age, um, another thing I
But
saw,
I think that it was probably that. I mean, a bottle of Coke was a nickel in the machines. I mean, they
yes,
were the
soda.
smaller bottles,
Yeah, a
but
20-ounce bottle of soda now is usually between 2.50 and $3.
hmm
I don't really buy any of that kind of stuff anymore because it's so expensive to just buy a gallon of stuff.
A small Dairy Queen cone was a nickel. The 10-cent one was big.
Well, I went to Culver's the other day, and I got their smallest size concrete, and it was almost $5.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, the pricing. I don't
Um,
know. I don't know. I know it's never going to go back, and that's okay. I mean, I've lived with it increasing through my whole life, but
well, the thing is, if wages had kept up, we
yeah, if
wouldn't mind
wages
paying
had
five
kept up,
dollars for a,
that's
you know.
right, but they haven't.
Um, and I wonder, like this thing with the cars, I mean, I assume kind of what I saw was talking about, um, like the I was thinking about. I remember a little, I don't know, a couple years ago, maybe the European Union passed things that basically like cell phones. They can't do planned obsolescence on cell phones. Like after a certain amount of time, it breaks on purpose. Like I saw something about they're forcing phone manufacturers to put in replaceable batteries again in cell
Oh,
phones, because that was one of the things that the cell phones, they knew that the batteries don't last as long, and so they made
hmm
them literally irreplaceable.
well, they seal it up to where you can't even open it to
And
get the battery.
if you do
Well, if
that, then
you
of
have the
course,
right tools, if you work on them, and
right.
that's what you do, but you don't, the average person doesn't have
Well,
those
even if
tools.
you take it somewhere that's not Apple, it voids the warranty.
Right.
So if anything else goes wrong with it, you don't, you know.
hmm
Um, but so I'm wondering, like, are they
I
like,
wonder if I'm going to have to get a subscription to play my piano.
yeah. Um, and then like I just got curious. I was looking to see how much like used cars were going for now, like not terribly old cars, like 5 to 10 year old cars, and they're going for what you used to be able to buy a new car for.
Yeah. Well, my the that 1968 Toyota, Marilyn and I, that was a Corolla. That was our first car, and I can't remember. I know it was I mean, relative to today's money, maybe, but I'm pretty sure it was I'd have to ask. I gotta ask Marilyn if she remembers how much that car was.
Well,
I
I
think
can look up
maybe
how much it was. What kind of was it?
it was a Corolla,
What year?
Toyota Corolla. Nobody had even heard of a Toyota at that time.
What
We
year?
they were made. In fact, they made fun of us for having a Toyota. What is that?
Around $1,700.
I was thinking 15.
It said the base model was about 1,700. A loaded model, which included a radio, um, was
Well, yeah,
uh,
it did not. It didn't come from the factory with air conditioning. The dealer, we had to pay extra to get an aftermarket
oh, it
air
says it was
conditioner.
it was made to compete with the Volkswagen Beetle and a Datsun. Um,
It actually was pretty roomy inside. Definitely had more room inside than a Beetle, because I was in
was it a
Beetles at
four
that.
door or a two door?
It was four door. And it didn't have power steering, but you really didn't need it. It wasn't hard to steer even without power steering. It was pretty basic, but it was
What color?
cute little
I'm
car.
just curious. What color was it?
It was yellow-ish,
Mm.
but there wasn't a lot of choice.
Well, yeah, I'm seeing some white, black, blue, and red are the colors I'm seeing.
Well, it wasn't white. It was yellow. See if they see if they'll pull one up if you ask it about a yellow one.
Oh, uh, no, that's an 82. Yeah, I mean, like yellow, yellow, or like beige.
More of a not yellow, like not like that yellow, goldish golden yellow like those muscle cars. It was more of a pale yellow.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I mean, if you look at that and then you look at the cars from the 70s, that was looks like maybe that was the beginning of that different style.
The square
The
boxy
more
looking.
square, yeah.
Hmm. Size
Because then,
wise, I
because
think my that Versa that I had is that what I had? A Versa? I think so.
yeah, yeah,
Wasn't it?
yeah, the Nissan,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's about. I would say that it was about the same size around there as that Versa that I had in 2014. Um, yeah, that was 2014. Then I got a different car in 17, and then 20. Yeah, and then this one, the
Wow,
2020.
some of them are selling for. Well, I mean, now it's considered a antique.
Are they still out there?
Yeah, looks like there's a
I know
1968.
they had a Poppy got a Corona, Toyota
Yeah, this
Corona
says
for
a
work.
Toyota Corona
That
was a
was not a
one
good car. He,
not a
he
good car.
well, his wasn't. I think that the Corona was not reliable. He had trouble with it not starting a lot.
Oh, yeah, we had a Reliant that wasn't very reliable either.
Yeah.
It was not Reliant. That was the one. That was the car I took my driver's test in. The one that started smoking during my parallel parking.
Yeah, that was a smoking car.
Yeah, it was. Got me out of having to parallel park because I didn't know how. I learned
Well,
later,
yeah.
but I didn't know when I was 16 because we never had to do that. Like, we didn't live anywhere where we had to parallel park.
No, well, I never did either, but I mean, everybody has still had to take the. I mean, it did, after I started working downtown, once in a while I would have to parallel park, so it was good to know. But, um,
I had to learn quickly when I moved to Chicago because you pretty much have to
yeah,
parallel park everywhere.
yeah.
So
Well, but there was the car that you had that was stick shift that I couldn't help you drive.
the Chevy Blazer that Dad.
No,
Oh,
you
you mean the
had,
one that I learned in?
no, you didn't learn in it because I wouldn't have been able to help you with a stick shift.
Well, the first car that I had was that Dodge Charger that Dad bought me.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't a stick. Was it? Yeah, I guess it was a stick shift because Poppy actually taught me to drive it.
Because I couldn't
Yeah,
drive one.
because I
They
remember when I got, I
I
remember when I
they
got home
scared me
from,
to death.
I remember when I got home from school the day that he had it, and I got in, I was really excited, and then all of a sudden I was like, Dad, there's a little problem. I don't know how to drive this car. He forgot that I didn't know how to drive a stick, but I mean, I did learn pretty quick.
You did. As many times as I tried to learn, it was too scary for me.
I did get that car stuck in reverse when I was learning. I don't know what happened. It got stuck in reverse, and Poppy had to drive it home from Hawthorne parking lot backwards.
Really,
Uh
I
huh.
don't remember that.
Yeah, I do. I don't know how I did it, but and it got fixed because I still drove the car later, but I don't know what happened. That yeah,
Well,
that was a fun. I mean,
but
it was fun, but it was also not fun because it wasn't, again, it wasn't a reliable, car all the
no,
time.
but Dad had friends that could work on
Yeah,
cars.
we got it fixed,
That
but
was, I didn't have those kind of connections.
yeah,
Thank God
I mean,
he did, because
well, and when that was the one that caught on fire,
when you were in
uh,
the church parking
in
lot
the church parking lot. Yeah,
with the
well,
juice,
I pulled into the church
wasn't
parking
that where
lot.
they had that big banner of Jews for Jesus?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, it was on the side of a bus
Oh, in the parking lot
in the
though.
parking lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, I don't understand how that works. Um,
Yeah,
but
that I didn't even know there was such a thing, but
yeah, um,
whatever. I don't,
yeah, I don't care. I don't understand how that works.
no, I
Um,
don't either.
but I pulled in the car stopped and I pulled into the center lane and I got it started again and I got it a little bit up the road and then it died again. And a guy in a truck pulled up behind me and pushed me into the parking lot of the church. The church was right next to a small strip mall, and the strip mall had a Domino's pizza in it. And
That wasn't that it on K and
it was on the service road off of Highway K. Because I was working for the
oh, not there by Kmart, where Kmart was?
yeah, right in front of there.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's
because
not the
it was
service
when,
road though.
well, whatever it is
I'm
was.
just saying.
But that's when I was still working for that accountant.
Oh,
And
that's
I was
right.
on my way to work.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then I opened the hood to see if I could, see what was happening, and then flames came shooting out of the hood of the car, and I
Because
dropped the
she was in the Fort Zumwalt strip, shopping
yeah, yeah,
strip.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
where we had karate before that.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I dropped the hood just because I was scared. And the kid came out of the Domino's with the fire extinguisher because he said he had seen the flames and called the fire
Because he
department.
had just been using it in
Yeah.
Domino's.
And called the fire department. The fire department came, and I was nervous, and I think I went into the Domino's to call you or Dad, and then the car had to stay there. We couldn't wouldn't start anymore because it was the alternator had burst into flames.
I couldn't remember what happened
Yeah,
to it.
and then I remembered later. I was like, oh crap, there was a preschool at that church that was still in session. I'm like, thank God the car didn't blow up or something.
Yeah, that's true.
So we got lots of car
And
stories.
a busload of people too.
Yeah, well, they were, yeah. And the fire department told me I did a good job by closing the hood. I was like, I didn't really think about it. I just let it go.
Well, is that, oh, that is, yeah, it was a good thing you did that. Yeah, it probably would have burned up if you'd have left
Yeah,
the hood open.
but I was like, flames bad.
Was that was that was was that the end of the car then, or it did you,
No, I got it
it,
fixed
that got it fixed?
because I had that car until I graduated high school.
And then
And then dad traded it
when did it roll down the hill at Mimi's house?
that was probably a year or two later because I was, well, or I don't know. It could have been the same year. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember. I remember before I could drive and after I could drive, but I don't
Right,
remember,
I know. But
you
I
know,
can't remember. Everything
I mean, it
runs
was before
together.
I went to college, so I couldn't have been more than 17.
Right.
Um, so it was maybe that would have been probably in the spring that happened. Could have been that same winter. So that would have been like
It was
winter,
winter time,
it was winter time when the car rolled down the hill because it was either Christmas or New Year's. I can't remember which.
and it was
That we
dark.
And it was dark, and me and Lenny were at Mimi's for whatever Christmas, New Year's, whatever it was. Um,
I
you and
remember you calling me,
Yeah, you and
and I
Dad were
couldn't
there.
imagine who would want to steal that
Yeah, I
car.
couldn't either, but I didn't think that it was even enough of a hill for the car to roll down, but it did when I
I
forgot to
didn't
put.
even think about it because not you. I
Well, I
never
should have
had
thought about it
I never
because
had
I
a stick shift.
remember probably 8 years before that, the neighbor's car rolled down their
I
driveway.
remember. Yeah, I remember that. That was Mr. Wolfgang.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, the Mom, there's a car in the
there's a
yard.
car in the yard. What do you mean there's a car in there? I mean there's a car in the yard. How else you want me to say
I'm
it?
thinking Dad brought a car home and put it in the
Oh,
yard.
no, no. And then I just went to school because I was like, well, I guess they'll figure it out. And I went to school. I
Well,
think
we
that was the
didn't
point.
I don't know if we knew whose car it was, did we?
I think we figured it out fairly quickly, because I mean, it was directly across the street. I mean, you could see the
Well, I
Y.
know, but
We probably didn't know right away.
I
Um,
don't even I remember when I must have been working
yeah, I think
afternoon,
so.
must have been working evenings or something that I would have been home when he, he came over. I know he came over, was like upset or worried that we were going to be mad.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
you
nobody was
know,
hurt.
like,
There was no real damage. I mean, they replaced
no,
the basketball hoop, so
I mean, it was,
it was probably at like well, that's just one of those things that happen sometimes.
yeah, I mean, stuff happens. Why get mad? I'm sure there would be people that would, but to
Yeah.
me, it's not, they didn't do it on purpose.
Well,
So,
and also they didn't try to somehow blame us or
well,
like
yeah, exactly. They owned up to it.
you
So,
know,
like,
your basketball hoop got in the way of my car.
well, at least the basketball hoop stopped it from hitting the
From hitting
garage.
the house. Yeah, and the basketball hoop just missed the house.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just far
Yeah.
enough away from the garage that it didn't hit the garage. So,
Yeah. People be wishing for those cars again back when
yeah.
they have to pay um, for everything to work on
So does
the
your
car.
own then it's like your own car becomes a cab. kind of. Like you have to pay to use it.
Somebody, I just heard a big,
Crash.
not a big crash, like somebody dropped something. I don't know. Um,
Not the help, I've fallen, I can't get up. So,
yeah, I'm
well,
glad we got the car when we got it. I'm not
well,
I'm not anxious. Well, I told Marilyn not long ago, I said, if I never drive again, it wouldn't bother me. I know I'm going to have to, but I really don't.
well, I
It,
mean, I told you that me and Michelle can take you, if you need to go to the
no,
doctor,
I'm not going to put you through that.
especially
I'll,
once school's over for the,
it's
for some.
not that I mean, I don't feel afraid to drive. I just don't want to go anywhere.
Well, yeah, I get that. I don't
I mean,
like. I
once
know
I'm
it.
out and, it's okay, but
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. The other thing I was going to tell you tomorrow afternoon, evening, we're supposed to get those really bad storms like they've been getting in Oklahoma. They're saying like uh, baseball size hail.
whoa. It's a good thing they took my screens off because they took them off. They were going to power wash, and there's holes in them from, I guess, other hail. Not a
Oh,
whole bunch of holes, but there's like I saw a few holes. I told them about it, and I don't know if they're going to rescreen them or what. Thing is, if we get that, it'll might come through the window, and since the screens aren't, I washed the screens after they took them out, and they're sitting and waiting to get put back in,
oh,
but um I
well,
don't know if they power washed anything. I haven't heard anything
well,
going
my
on.
my concern is always something breaking these windows, these on this side of the building, and the animals getting out.
They can get out the windows?
If the windows are broken,
I don't think they would do that. They'd go hide.
yeah, maybe.
I know Minerva doesn't. If she even thinks somebody's coming, in the if she hears people in the hallway or something, she'll go hide. She thinks they're
Oh,
coming in.
yeah. Violet barks, but she's then when she actually sees the people, she's like, "Eh." I will bark at you from behind the door. So, well, I better get going. So, no. Mom said no,
If
so
they offered me a new car, I'm going to say
no.
no.
What if you went on The Price is Right and won a new car? No, thanks.
I don't have the money for all the subscriptions.
Yeah. I
All
guess
right.
was it BMW? I think I was BMW or Mercedes. I saw has already been doing some of that on their higher end
Yeah,
models.
I think they did say that on that YouTube. They mentioned some brands, um but also the fact that, obviously they're not made as well. They're all,
Well, and not only
and
that,
they're not going to support after, I think they said after 8 years,
yeah.
the software won't support that car
Well,
anymore.
and that is the definition of planned obsolescence. Like
Yeah.
that, but and I can also see at some point them them saying that if you don't have a car that has these certain features, you can't drive it anymore because it doesn't have a certain safety feature that
Well, that's
and then
very
if you
possible
so then you
too.
can't use it, then you can't drive a used old car, but then you also can't afford to buy a new car. And I know that people that live in places like New York and stuff that have lots of transportation options, we don't have that here.
No.
Like if you don't have a car, you don't get very far around here.
Right.
I mean, even the buses, or it takes you, what should be a half an hour takes you 4 hours because you've got to change buses all over the place. And, I mean, there's no good transportation options. for a lot of like suburban areas all over the country.
I know.
So,
Well, because even if we, you know, want to take the metro downtown, we still have to get to the metro,
right.
which
And
is
and the
pretty
closest
far.
station is, yeah, pretty far, and they're not the safest places. I mean, we've seen there's been shootings and stuff, on at different places. I mean, I know that stuff happens everywhere, but
Yeah, it happened last night.
yeah, yeah. Well, now he needs to get his secured ballroom.
And the FBI was hiding under the table.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
We have such brave people in charge.
And I, as a teacher, I'm expected to stand in between a gunman and my students,
Right.
but the
Well,
FBI
you
never did
guys
that.
don't have nice fancy tables to duck under anyway.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. I would. I think. I mean, hopefully, I never have to find out what I would do.
Well,
But
I don't think you would if kids were at,
no, no, no. I mean,
at risk.
I would stand between them. I don't, I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
hide
That's
under
what
the
I was
table.
going to say because I didn't think you meant you were going to go under
No,
the table.
I,
We're
and
just, we're not like that. And
no,
dad never did, he was always the first one on charging in to take care of things.
yeah. I'll panic about it later.
I don't know that he ever panicked. He as long as he could do something about it. The
Well,
only thing he ever did, and he made me, have to do it if when you kids were out on your own, and
yeah.
he'd be
Call and find out where they
say,
are.
yeah, 10 o'clock at night, and he'd say, call the kids and see where they're at. No, I'm not going to be you do it. You're worried about them. I'm not. I know they're all right.
Well, that's why
It was
I
10
say that.
o'clock. Now, if it was 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe I would be upset. But you know,
Well, my students, I say to them about, I joke about, like they used to say on television, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Because you didn't always know where we were. And,
no.
if we were out late playing,
When did
out
you get?
playing or
Did you kind? They didn't have phones when you were in high school.
no, no, they
No.
didn't have that. They existed, but nobody had one. I
Yeah.
mean, they were very
But
expensive.
that it was after high school. You
Yeah,
guys were
yeah.
out of high school.
I was in college, I think, when I
Yeah.
got my first cell phone. Maybe
Well, what I mean is calling to see where you were at.
oh, yeah, no. No.
10 o'clock at night to see where you
You
were.
would
You weren't in
have to,
high school. You were at well after high school, and
yeah.
that's why I'm like, y- you know, I would, I wouldn't have expected Dad to be the one worrying, and then to telling me to call and see where you were. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be the one to call. Make me the bad guy.
I'm fine, mom. I'm 25 years old. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I'll see what else happens.
All right.
All
Are
right.
you going
Well,
to charge me a subscription to talk to me now?
yeah, maybe.
All right.
Oh,
I will talk to you.
that would be a good way to stop spam callers. Is you have to pay a subscription to leave a voicemail.
Yeah. Well, don't give any ideas.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
Well,
I
I'll
will
talk
talk
to
to
you
you
later.
later. I love
All right.
you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.